Your underlying energy, guys, is the world. The world indicates the ending of a cycle, receiving not necessarily, I guess, receiving the rewards for completing your cycle. This could be emotional satisfaction. This could be physical satisfaction. But you completed the cycle in the best way that could possibly be. Okay, so the reward somewhere in this ending. This could be physical. This could be emotional. This could be personal, like you could have, gained a new perspective. You could have grown one heck of a bit. Okay, you guys could have received something in yourself, in your spirit, or like I said, physically, that really can tie the ending to this relationship, okay, or tie the ending to this situation. And it has a lot to do with possibly someone that could have been controlling, or this could have been about taking control of your life, right? I think this is a successful completion of something, or the cycle ending as we speak, okay? Now, for your current state of being, you have the Star. So I feel like right now you guys are currently healing, especially since we're talking about the ending of a situation. I feel like you're healing, and this healing is bringing about manifestation. For a lot of you guys could also be, you guys could be aspiring to new heights, trying to reach new stars and new goals. Right now, you guys could, but I really feel like this is really some healing energy here. Where you guys want to be, you guys want to be at the Three of Pentacles, which is planning for the future, seeing that there is even a future to build, and building it with someone, building it with people, possibly. If you don't have anybody in your life, this is talking about building something towards, stability, support, security with yourself, or toward, for yourself. Okay. By yourself, for yourself. All right, that's what I mean. So the thing that's keeping you from planning for the future, or at least, going ahead and making those strides to make plans for the future, or what's keeping you from seeing that there's even a future to build towards, is the Eight of Cups. Something isn't satisfying. You guys are not satisfied with your situation. You guys are not satisfied with this current situation that you've got right now. There's something probably that was offered to you and you're not necessarily happy with it, but you're not angry, you're not depressed, you're just not interested in what is being presented. So I feel like it's about finding what your heart's desire is. I think you know what you don't want, but do you know what you actually want? And trusting your intuition is a big one. Do you trust yourself to go ahead and be able to find this? Now, the reason why the Eight of Cups is here is because of the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like there was somebody that came back into your life, possibly, and you're not necessarily satisfied with the circumstance. Perhaps you're not happy with it. There's something that's just not right, that you don't feel like that you're getting exactly what you want. So this could be a second time around, with a different perspective, and this perspective here that you've gained from this last time you've had this situation come up has probably left you feeling like you aren't getting what you need, you're not getting what you want. So your best path to follow here is the Two of Wands, which is trying to figure out, pick a direction in which way you feel more passionate. Which direction is more exciting to you? Because where you are right now is at a crossroads. You can't move forward from here. Right now, you gotta have to pick a direction. So picking a direction that truly gets you more excited, that truly inspires you, a place where you can really, a direction in which you can truly put in your hardest work and your dedication to, that is the direction in which you should probably follow. Okay, I feel like right now, since you're dissatisfied, it's not emotionally, pushing towards a certain direction. So you're having to find your own, but you have to figure out what it is that you want first before you can, make that decision. What do you want, right? The Two of Wands is all about the ideas and the passions that you're trying to strive for. This person already has a couple ideas, but right here it's telling me that you don't necessarily have any. I mean, this could be like the Star, this, you guys could be interacting with an Aquarius, but I feel like, excuse me, that the Star could be indicating that maybe you're having a hard time seeing hope in your situation, or that you have you have a goal in mind, but you may see that you may feel that it's out of reach. Well, there's got to be a way you can get it. So what can you do? What do you need to go? Where do you need to go to get this? And honestly, what is this dream that gets you so inspired to go out and do things? And that, I feel like you should chase that dream, if this is what this is. You know what I'm saying? So picking the path that's the most exciting for you, that really gets you engaged, that really pushes you and inspires you to get to this star here. I feel like that is what the Two of Wands is all about. Now, for your feelings, you do have the Tower, so you don't feel very stable. I feel like this is very similar to Sagittarius. You don't feel like you have, you're very stable right now emotionally. There's a lot of flaws in your foundation. There's a faulty foundation that you're realizing, and at any moment it could just crumble down at any time. So it can come up with a little bit of anxiety, but I feel like you feel like there's some change here that could happen at any moment, and it just got you off guard. And that kind of feeling could also lead you to feeling unstable in your relationships and unstable in your circumstance. So with that being said, I do feel like at this point right now, you guys don't feel very stable. But what you hope for is strength. I feel like you really hope to find the courage and the confidence in yourself to carry yourself through a difficult situation, to carry yourself through the situation where you're having to really find what it is that your heart truly desires, and trusting your intuition to help you guide you there. It's just going to require you to look within yourself to find what it is that your heart's desire, because if you don't have a clue of what it is that you want, you have to figure that out. And I feel like once you figure that out, then you'll be able to plan for the future here. You'll be able to move, you'll be able to make plans towards the goal, towards making obtaining this goal, making this come, manifesting this, having this come out into fruition. I feel like the reason why you can't have this, the reason why you aren't at this Three of Pentacles rather, is because you truly don't know what you want. This relationship is completely unsatisfying, so you know what you don't want, but you don't know what you want. So that's why it's this decision here is the advice here is to make a decision about what it is that you want and go after that and put the work behind it and really do something in regards to your dreams, because you can do this Three of Pentacles, just you don't have the idea, you don't have that passion, or you don't have the heart's desire. You don't know what it is that you truly even want because of some sort of ending here. Perhaps there's some perspective that you've gained. Now you're having to start something new, but it's like you kind of have to. You're about to start fresh. This is like that phase of celebration, but things are about to start again. But you don't know what you want. So I really feel like with the Host of Fears is about finding finding what it is that you want and truly tapping into that, that passionate energy of your own, instead of constantly controlling yourself and kind of holding that within. I feel like if you allow your animalistic side to purge, at least sometimes, it can bring out so many creative ideas. It can bring out so many inspiring, aspects. So I feel like right now the strength here is really talking about, not just being, finding your confidence and, finding confidence or using your inner strength to, to push you, to carry you through a difficult situation, or at least get you to where you want to be, but ultimately to allow your passionate side here with the Strength card to come out to help you make the decision that you're looking for. Because I don't think I don't feel like you let this part of yourself out. I don't think you let yourself purge. I don't think you let yourself become creative or express. Okay. Now, in your outcome, you do have the Eight of Swords, which does concern me, Pisces, because we're walking towards this place where you feel like you can't move. There's nowhere you can go. There's no, there's no options for you, because I feel like your thoughts are keeping you trapped. And I feel like ultimately you have to overcome this energy that might be coming up. Okay, I feel like with this situation, somebody could come back. It may not be satisfying for you, so you have to figure out what it is that you want. Do you want to pursue this relationship and try again, try a different way of doing something because you already have the experience of doing it already, or do you want to just start fresh and just kick them to the curb, or whatever, right? Whatever whatever options you have available You know, it needs some contemplation, and really dedicate yourself to putting some effort towards it, because right now you don't feel stable, and you want to kind of honestly stick it out and, you know, push through. I feel like honestly you want to be wrong about this. You have hope for this relationship to pursue, but then something is so dissatisfying that you're worried that you may not have the courage, you may not have that strength needed to carry you through. But it's your passions there that I feel like needs to come out with for this relationship to blossom, so that way that you can truly enjoy this, so that way you don't have to feel like you're struggling with this relationship, so that way you don't have to feel like you're having to kind of push things down and, you know, carry yourself up when you feel like you can't. And, you know, it's not like it's going to be it's not going to be hard, but it's because you're not emotionally involved in it already. That's what I feel like. That's what's keeping you, you know, from being able to make a decision, from whether making you feel like whether or not you can make a future with this person or not. This foundation is unstable is because you're not tapping into the right energy. I feel, Pisces, this energy, I feel you want to come from a place of passion. Because why would the Two of Wands be here? Why wouldn't it be like the Two of Swords or the Two of Pentacles? It's about picking your passions, picking the avenue that you want to pursue. Okay. So with your outcome being the Eight of Swords, I really feel like you may feel like there is a situation where you can't get out. There's those feelings where you're trapped in your thoughts. This is an energy that unfortunately, like, I'm guilty of this too, putting ourselves in, because of a lot of situations that we've been through. This is a second time around with somebody, and I feel like, you know, sometimes it feels like there's not a lot of options. It's just how someone is, and there's nothing you can do about it. No, not necessarily. So I feel like be very careful with this energy coming up. If you ever find yourself feeling trapped in your thoughts, feeling trapped and unable to make the decision or see there's a path, there's a way to get to where you want to be. If you feel like there's this, you know, if you feel like this is there, remember that these are just thoughts. They're not something that's set in stone and true. Okay. Yes, you may not have something at that moment, but it doesn't mean that there isn't a way to get to where you want to be. It doesn't mean that there isn't an avenue for where you can get to where you want to be. All right, for you guys, for the wisdom of the oracle for this week, let's go ahead and see what's going on. Excuse me. Here and now, living in the moment. That's what the here and now is all about, y'all. Here and now is really talking about living in the moment. And hang on, let me show you the card. Living in the moment, y'all, is very important. Figuring out what you can do at the time instead of, you know, trying to assess what the future has to offer. No, just focus on what you can do now. Focus on the moment. Focus on the energy that you're involved in at this time. Take everything step by step, day by day. And I feel like the answer will come to you. Okay? The Eight of Swords may not even happen if you take things step by step. Okay? Don't feel like you have to come up with a decision right away, but don't also, don't do anything without meaning behind it. You know what I mean? Like meaning of, right meaning. Not like passive aggressive or anything like that, but meaning for the future, meaning for yourself, right? Make sure you want to do something. Make sure the situation is what you are, what you're passionate about. Okay? Live in the moment. All right. Let me go ahead and pull you guys your romance angels for the week. Okay, and your romance angels is free yourself. Wow. And it says it's time to take back control of your life. The ending of a cycle. And what was underneath here? The Emperor. Wow. It's just talking about that, regaining control of your life. You just ended the cycle in regards to showing you your power. And I feel like right now is the best time to utilize that recognition in yourself, that power in yourself. If you have this, you have it here. You always have that. Don't forget your ability. Don't forget your powers. You got 4 major arcanas here, which is just, pretty intense. So it's 5 actually, and underneath the underlying energy is another major arcana. So this whole reading is really talking about some major change within yourself. Star is very personal. Strength is very personal. The world, yes, it's talking about your life, but this is about something, about some change. This is a drastic change in your personal placement of this bread. Right now, guys, you have to find your strength and really make the decision about what it is that you want. Because if something is being offered to you and you don't want it, then how come you don't have the trust in yourself to know that you can find it? You can. It's just going to take a little bit. It's going to take a little while. It could take a little while. It could probably be very fast. But you want to live in the moment to help you get those answers.